Hey guys, this is my part 2 what if on what if Izuku Midoriya had Big Chill's powers, part 2. And I really need your comments down on which character you want me to ship Izuku to, but whatever. It's fine. Okay, on to the story. Okay, Izuku Midoriya was training, and when he was going to UA's the participation, he hopes he doesn't try to mess up on his first time. And then he trips and nearly falls, but his a certain girl tried to help him, but his wings got him back to the ground. Got him back on land. So, yeah. Izuku is still doing the muttering, and Ida is in canon, but Bakugo commented, "Your muttering is better than your ice puns." And Zuko said, "You're still angry about that time you tried to hit me?" Well, yes! You see, when they were in kindergarten, Bakugo tried to, Izuku froze him, and his punishment was listening to all the ice puns that Izuku had for him. It's devious and funny. I can't say all of the ice puns for me, but you know what I'm saying. And then Izuku and Bakugo are split in different places. And then Izuku was getting ready to get into UA, take down some villains, and Izuku, then the principal says, "Ready, set, don't, just go!" And Izuku flies in search of some villains, and he's nowhere close to Ida's speed, but he's fast. So he found some robots and froze them in place by breathing, using his ice breath and freezing them in place. And Izuku is free, has about 50 robots in the whole run in the game. And when he was about almost out of breath, so he was taking a breather, then he felt a certain quake. The earth was shaking, and it was the zero-pointer robot. And everybody was running. Zuko was going to run, but he heard a certain brown-haired girl. And Zuko sees her and says, "That girl is going to be crushed by the zero-pointer." And Izuku flies then at that mere moment he permeates with Uraka and goes through the ground and gets her out of harm. And freezes the whole ground, and the zero-pointer breaks the ice, and Izuku says, "Gotcha. Are you okay?" And the brown hair girl says, "Yes." And then Izuku was nearly out of breath. That last one was his limit on how much he used his lungs. And when he came back home and Inko says, "How's the work? How was school, honey?" Dear. So Uzugusa reply says, "Good. Izuku got when the mail came, and the package says, Inko says, "There's a package that is for you, Izuku." And Izuku gets the box and goes into his room and looks at, and the hologram says, Congratulations, Izuku Midoriya. You have won. You are in first place. And Izuku saw there was there were rescue points and hero then and villain points, and he got 111 in total. So he got first place. And All Might says, I hope you have a great time at UA, young Midoriya. And Izuku is really, really happy. And when he was going to UA, walking to UA, he was going to looked at the UA door and says, wow, that's a big door. And Izuku hears, when Izuku came, he hears, stop putting your feet on you're already disrespecting school rules. And Gotchan says, and Gotchan says, did your old school had a stick up your ass, or is it you? And Tenya, then he says, let me repeat myself. My name is Tenya Ida from Somei High. And Gotchan says, Somei, huh? So you think you're better than me? I'll break you to pieces. And Tenya says, you would... How? You would threaten your own classmate? Are you sure you're in the right school? And when he says, and Izuku says, jeez, Bakugo, do you really need read that punishment real bad? And Bakugo says, try it again, moth, or I'll blow it. Blow you to pieces. And the whole students look at Izuku Midoriya, and Tenya Ida says, hi, my name is Tenya Ida. And Izuku says, I know your name. And Zuko and then the brown haired girl says, I know that messed up hair. And Zuko is calm when you look at him, but he's really blushing. And says, in Achaka, my name, and the girl says, my name is Ochaka Uraka. Nice, thank you for saving me. And Deku says, it's no problem. And then Eraserhead comes and says, Who is that? And Eraser says, do you have to make a loud noise? And the whole class, then they say, who is that? And can you sit down and sit and be quiet? And Eraser Aizawa says 16 minutes and 16 seconds for all of you to be quiet. That's not good enough. And Aizawa, you're all going to train. And Achaka says, shouldn't we all go to the Osiris? And Aizawa says, you listen to me, not to that. And they all go changing to their gym clothes. And Izuku would, and Aizawa says, Izuku Midoriya, how far did you throw the ball without your quirk? He says, somewhere to 40, 7 meters. And try it. Then Aizawa says, try it without your quirk. And with your quirk. And Izuku throws the ball and gets a big air and blows without using his ice. And Aizawa, it lands into 47 meters. And the whole class says, wow, that's awesome. We can use our quirks. And Aizawa says, you think this is fun, huh? Let me make a bet with you. If any of you get a bottom, then you are expelled. But that's not fair. Azawa says, you doesn't matter. You need to keep an eye on the hole. And yeah, and Mineta is out. I mean, I know I hate the Invisible Girl so much, but Mineta is gone. And Azawa says, Mineta, get packing. And Izuku has the third place. And says, and Ida and Ochako walk down to together and talk with each other, and says, and Ida questions Izuku by what's the punishment for Bakugo when he said it. When I said, then Izuku tells him when he was, when they were kids, he punished him with ice puns. All of them. All ice puns. And yeah, I hope you like and subscribe for this video. Please comment down below on who do you want Izuku to be shipped. And happy Easter, everybody.